Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Hello guys, welcome back to Global Happenings today. Fairly recently, the rascality of the judiciary has been a talk of the town. Most Nigerians no more trust in them, especially when some of the issues that came up in during the period of election happened. So many people have trashed them, believing that they can't do anything to help the country. And in other cases that have come up, it seems as if they have traded their respect. Guess what? The Attorney General of the Federation, who is also a lawyer, had to say this out in front of them that this time around, the judiciary is no more the last hope of a common man. You'll be shocked what he has to tell them. And also, in a similar development, the appeal court judgment has triggered a lot of reactions from different quarters. But then, the pro-Wike chairman and those in support of Wike maintaining his structure in Rivers State have also spoken up. Tony Okocha, who is the CTC chairman of APC, has also sent a strong message to Fubara. All of this, we're going to be looking at it in a jiffy. But first of all, let's start up with what Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice have to say about who the judiciary are now in the eyes of Nigerians. And according to the news, Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, AGF Fagbemi, has expressed his worries over the current state of the Nigerian judicial sector. The minister, who spoke during the groundbreaking of the 37 billion naira construction of the Abuja division of the Appeal Court complex at Daki BU by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, said the judiciary was known for politicians and other influential people in the country. The FCT minister had at the ceremony said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approved 30 billion naira of the 37 billion naira to the 2024 budget for the structure which he promised to deliver by September 2025. However, despite Mr. Fagbemi's submission about the judiciary, he expressed hope that the complex would be for true exposure and protection of people's rights. According to the AGF, he says, gone were those days when the judiciary was regarded as the last hope of the common man. I take objections to it. It is the big people now who patronizes the judiciary, not even the common man. If you have any doubt the election is approaching, come and see the way, with all due respect, some people behave like rain-beaten chickens. Forgive me, I don't mean to be rude. So the judiciary is no longer the last hope of the common man alone. It is also majorly now the last hope of the big shots. This is really interesting and worth talking about. Also, in a related deal.
Gone were those days when judiciary was regarded as the last hope of common man. I take objection to it. It is the big people now who patronize the judiciary, not even the common man. And if you have any doubt, when election is approaching, come and see the way, with all respect, some people behave like rain-beaten chicken. Forgive me, I don't mean to be rude. So the judiciary is no longer the last hope of common man alone. It is also, or majorly now, the last hope of the big shots.
The chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC in Rivers State and also the CTC chairman of the party, Tony Okocha, has thrown light on the political crisis between Governor Fubara and the FCT minister Nyesom Wike. He suggested that if Fubara has maintained the political structure, he wouldn't have been falling out with his predecessor. Speaking in an interview with one of the television stations, Okocha said Governor Fubara is a political investment to the FCT minister, adding that if not for Wike, Fubara wouldn't have been the governor of Rivers State. He stressed out that if Governor Fubara is on the shoes of Wike, he will not allow his political structure to be dismantled. According to him, he says, if you are a politician, no politician will allow his structure to be dismantled. When you do that, it means that you have no home to fall back to. That is the issue. In the same viewpoint, recall that Governor Fubara has been in loggerhead with his predecessor following an alleged plot of impeachment by some lawmakers who are loyal to Wike. This crisis has resulted to the division in the Rivers State House of Assembly, as some of the lawmakers are pledging their support to the two political leaders. However, what prompted the disagreement between Wike and Fubara has been linked out, but the former governor has criticized his successor for destroying his political structure. This is getting very interesting. Now, if you listen to Okocha and his position on the crisis going on in Rivers State, you will see that he's pointing at Fubara being the political investment of Wike. Now, let's try to look deep into it and take into consideration how each of these politicians started. There is no politician in Nigeria that is not a political investment of another politician. For example, Wike did not just find himself as being who he is in River State. There are long list of revelational statements made by the likes of Edwin Clark, how the likes of Jonathan, even his predecessor Amechi and the likes, and held Wike and brought them before the state elders and made them to know that it was pertinent for Wike's political growth to be assured, political lineage to be assured, that they have to support him and all of that. They stood strong. Patient Jonathan was also one of the strongest people who had invested in Wike. Today, Wike is not talking to any of them. The power was handed over by a predecessor to him, and that predecessor was not his enemy. It wasn't that, oh, he was in APC and he got the power from PDP. No, the governor introduced him and made him who he is. The big question is it still a political investment of those people? No. At one point, he had to, gain independence. Unfortunately, in the case of our very beloved uncle, Brother Wike, or Minister Wike, Minister Wike ended up fighting those people, which we have all seen. He's fighting virtually all of them. No single respect for them. Very recently, we heard what happened to Dodi's family, how he talked down on them and all of that. Now, you have done all of that, and you feel that karma will just be sitting back and looking at you. No, it doesn't work that way now. It came to a point that even Amechi could not even come into his own town again. He was even boasting. I can still remember Wike was boasting about it, that they can be running around in Abuja, they can't come down here. So everyone at one point had been a political investment of another. You understand? But, it's important for us to know that being your political investment or you having a political structure does not mean that the whole state should be revolved around your hand. It doesn't work that way. There is more beyond this. Most people would not want to tell us the whole truth, what has been going on in River State as it has to do with, control of finances and all of that. But we know there is more to it than this. I can still remember when this crisis started, some of the commissioners came up to tell Nigerians about how he had to obtain permission before he will approve for any project. Haba, you're controlling the finances of Abuja. Even the president has given you free hands, do whatever you like. Why is he not controlling you over there? You say, sir, I want to build this. This is the budget. They will approve it without even flinching. But then you want to control every single allocation that comes down here. We have to look at this thing just like we are mature. Let's not try to take side. Objectivity is one of the things that help us, to know how to make the right decision. Because at all time, be empathic enough to look at the person. If I was in this person's shoe, would I be okay for being for being mistreated like this? We've seen other people, the likes of El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State. We know how he came on board. When he left and brought in Sani, today Sani is pursuing him about with EFCC. Why? Because by the time the man stepped in and saw the level of embezzlement, he was unhappy with it. But the case of Wike and this guy, what is your political structure? You're out of the state. Is the ODD's political structure still in place? Is Amechi's political structure perfectly in place? Come on, we have to tell ourselves the truth. When it's time for people to rule, allow them to rule. Forget about it and keep on ascending with wherever you're going to. That's what we like to live.
Global happenings today.